Hi, I'm Edwin Davy James Sadupa, and now I will discuss about the learning theories that shape educational technology. So now, we have to know the definition of learning theory. So what is learning theory? Learning theory describes how students receive, process, and retain knowledge during learning. Cognitive, emotional, and environmental influences, as well as prior experience or play in how understanding or a worldview is acquired or changed, knowledge and skills retained. The following are learning theories that shape educational technology, such as behaviorism, cognitism, constructivism, and connectivism. First is behaviorism. Behaviorism focuses on the idea that all behavior are learned through interaction with the environment. This learning theory states that behaviors are learned from the environment and says that innate or inherited factors have very little influence on behavior. In behavioral theory, our learning and behavior are affected by the environment. So, if we, for example, in a certain community, you are living in that community, the tradition, the culture, and the behavior in that community, you will acquire that because you are living in that community. So another example of behaviorism, no, when the teachers are giving a certain situation where she or he teach how the students should react, or for example in a values education, no, 'di ba? Kunyari may certain situation doon na sinabi ng teacher na may pag may nakita kayong tumatawid na matanda, dapat tulungan nyo sila. No, wherein the teacher are teaching the student to how to act or how to what to do in that situation. In a behavioral learning theory, students are considered passive participants in learning, where teachers are giving them the information as an element of stimulus response. So the teachers are using behaviorism to show students how they should react to a certain stimuli or how they should respond to a certain stimuli. This theory was developed in the early 20th century with animal learning experiment of Ivan Pavlov, Edward C. Tolman, Clark Hall, B.F. Skinner, and etc. But this theory originally developed by John Watson, behaviorism gained notoriety through the experiment and advocacy of B.F. Skinner. The second is cognitivism. Is a learning theory that focuses on how information is received, organized, stored, and retrieved by the mind. It uses the mind as an information processor like a computer. Therefore, cognitivism looks beyond observable behavior, viewing learning as internal mental processes. In this view, learning are actively involved in the way they process information, knowledge, memory, thinking, and problem solving are areas for development. Okay, learning are actively involved in the way they process information. The cognitivists are concerned with what learners know and how they come acquire it. So in behaviorism, we are affected or we acquire learning, we acquire behavior in environment. While in cognitivism, we acquire learning behavior because of the process of our mind. So for example, kanina yung example ko, the teacher give a certain situation wherein the students or the teacher are teaching the student what to do or how they act in that certain situation. But in cognitivism, the students will think what to do or how they would react in that certain situation. The third one is constructivism. Is a theory that says learners construct knowledge rather than just passively take in information. As people experience the world of reflect upon those experiences. They build their own representation and incorporate new information into their pre-existing knowledge. This picture is the best example of constructivism, where all the blind people are giving their own perspective on what they have touched or what they have experienced. So you can see in this picture that they have all different perspective on what they have touched, what they have experienced. So if that perspective combined with another perspective, so it will give them a view or a clear view on what they really touching or what. So, constructivism are focusing on what the learners can do without the help and what the learner can do with a help. And lastly, as connectivism is a relatively new learning theories that suggests students should combine thoughts, theories, and general information in a useful manner. It accepts that technology is a major part of the learning process and that our constant connectedness gives us opportunity to make choice about our learning. It also promotes group collaboration and discussion, allowing for different viewpoint and perspective when it comes to decision making, problem solving, and making sense of information. Connectivism promotes learning that happen outside of an individual, such as through social media, online network, blogs, or information database. In behavioral cognitivism, constructivism learning is related to individual personal understanding and perception processes of learning, not on the value on what being learned. While in connectivism, learning can reside outside of the individual. For example, learning can found in an organization database or other non-human appliances like computer, Facebook, media, or etc. In connectivism, the learning are focused on connecting specialized information sets. The connection that enable us to learn further are more important than our current state of knowing. That would be all. Thank you for listening.